Hey everybody, what's going on? We are the Amerime Junkies. Today we're going to be talking about a couple game showcases that went down, what we liked, what we disliked, and just chatting about the industry as a whole, see what the fuck is going on. Of course here we've got co-pilot and guy in the chair, Demon Engine,
Oh, why you gotta say it like that? Why you gotta say I'm not the guy
because
in the
because
chair.
you are
He's
now the guy in the chair.
definitely the guy in the chair.
Fuck off.
He's
Dog,
definitely
that's a
the chair.
dog. That's a great title. Fuck out of here. And of course, the biggest boss, the comic boss.
What up,
Huh?
everybody? No quirks, no quirky jokes for today. I'll say
Huh?
that for the middle of the podcast.
This is
Good
Amerime
thing.
Media, and let's go. And we're back. Okay, folks. So I guess we should start off with the big bat, the Xbox Bethesda showcase that went down about 10 days ago.
What do y'all think about it?
I think overall, a lot of good stuff. Of course, they came out swinging on both sides. They dropped release for the beta of Overwatch 2 when that's going down. That's of course a couple new IPs. Redfall, which is going to be a first person horror shooter, actually got some gameplay footage of it. That
Mhm.
was actually really intense. You got your team, you're fighting vampires and other things that go in the night. And so far, it looks like it's a very big co op game, and I'm for it.
And let's not forget, like the monkey of the show, the elephant, should you say, of the show, Starfield.
Uh,
We actually got Starfield gameplay too.
I was gonna leave that for the end of the conversation,
Okay.
but we can tackle that now. Starfield came out with a what looks like a gameplay trailer, which does look good. The only problem is, and a lot of people noticed it as well, a lot of its movements were frame for frame extremely similar to what they were boasting for No Man's Sky.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually put the side by side on our Instagram.
And just like No Man's Sky, they're advertising that you'll be able to visit thousands of planets.
Thousands of useless, worthless planets. I mean, I understand what No Man's Sky was going for, right? They're like it's an open universe where all of us can play. So you kind of needed that space for everybody to have their little slice of the pie. But I don't know with Starfield. I don't know if Starfield gonna be online or just gonna be like first person or jump in, jump out, co-op or what. So, and I said, who's gonna visit? Like, who's gonna take the time besides perfectionists to visit all thousands, 10,000 fucking planets that they might have?
I just want to.
And
I just either want to meet the person that tries to become Lord Frieza, or
Right.
be the person that's Lord Frieza. And
I mean, you can't really say that. You can't say that per se when you have a game like Minecraft that's still going strong.
you muted yourself.
Come again? Can't hear you, buddy.
I have muted myself.
Ah,
Well,
yeah, but you have a game like Minecraft where people make their own worlds and everyone's visiting these communities. So uh,
I mean,
it's
it could
there.
work. It could
The
work.
question is it going to be ready at launch?
No.
Because that's why they just recently pushed it back though. So
Right. Right. Cause it's supposed to come out like this year, right? Like November 11th.
originally it was supposed to come out this year,
11
but
11 2022. So
because
yeah.
the last thing you need is for this game that looks like it's going to be very No Man's Sky ish to still have the same No Man's Sky problems.
Right, right, and it's Bethesda under new Microsoft roof, which means they have a shit ton more resources than they was on their own under ZeniMax. So they should have no reasons, rhyme or reasons for this game to come out and crash.
I don't know.
I've just accepted it's equals to the sphere that we live in. There's a lot of games that keep coming out unfinished. So at this point, it is what it is. If it does, just you better fix it quickly. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, that's what they did with Fallout 76. I mean, now if you get it now, it's a complete game. They got the NPCs, they got the actual storylines and everything else. But when I first got it, when it first came out, it was not finished, and it was very bad.
Same here for Cyberpunk.
Right. And so now these companies are just putting games out to appease their investors. Fuck the gamers. Just put it out there to make their money back, and we'll fix it later.
See, but the only thing that bothers me with that is there was just a lot of weird, shady shit with them on that Fallout 76, yeah. like the way the whole special edition package looked like the quality it just went down.
It was horrible. They promised you a Fallout 76 canvas bag,
but it was like nylon.
It was like nylon. It was bad. But it's the same thing with Cyberpunk, No Man's Sky. All these games come out now. They're like, here's 60% of the game.
I still think No Man's Sky is the biggest perpetrator because their marketing campaign was like on late night television.
They had a lot of money behind their marketing for this game.
But not to keep kicking a dead horse. Now, another new IP that came out during the showcase is called High on Life. It's actually another game from Justin Roiland from Rick and Morty, Polar Opposites, and 2 years ago they did the game Trevor Saves Universe. Now,
I mean, if you've seen or played Trevor Saves Universe, then you kind of know what to expect from High on Life.
I wouldn't say that because this is this is a shooter.
It's a shooter.
It's a very weird shooter and very funny shooter.
And the point of the game is to save. I forgot the name of the aliens, but
the Gatlians.
The Gatlians. And each Gatlian you save gives you a different gun or Gat. And it's definitely on the same level as Trevor Saves Universe. It's fucking weird.
I'm just curious as how many more celebrity voices are going to be voicing the Gatlians, because so far we have, of course, Justin Roiland, and I heard JB Smooth's voice. So I'm just curious to see what the other voices are going to be.
Right. Right. Morty plays a Gatlian in this universe.
I think he plays the first gun you get.
Yeah. He plays a Gatlian. I think Rick is a shooter. I'm not sure if Rick is a shooter, but I heard his voice on the trailer, so I'm pretty sure Rick is a shooter.
And another game that's apparently a follow-up to something that was originally just on PlayStation, A Plague's Tale.
Requiem.
Yep, Plague's Tale. This is a sequel to A Plague's Tale.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yeah, it's a sequel.
Because the first one I don't think was ever on Xbox.
Right. No, it was just on the PlayStation.
Yeah, it was just on PlayStation. But it's like a survival. I watched a stream of it. Shout out to Chandra. I know she listens to our podcast. She definitely streams that game, and it's like just this rat swarm
Yeah,
during ye old shower shitter times.
yeah. Is Union trying to survive the middle age, and it's crazy because if you commit a lot of murder, more rats will show up if you go back through that stage.
Hmm.
So you really gotta like play around with it. But yeah, Plexa Requiem. So I had posted a question on our IG. Like, what game once you finish made you sit there like, damn? And Plexa Requiem, Plexa, the first one was one of those games for me. That game was.
I don't know how it ended.
You lose your brother.
He dies?
Nah, he just get lost.
Oh.
And then the second one, y'all reunite. So.
Oh, okay. All right. That's pretty. That's still pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
I said PlayStation 2 classic Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, that game was more emotional than anything.
Because at the end of the day, you I realize, I'm not gonna lie, I realized it maybe fifth Colossi in. I was like, yo, I think I'm the bad guy here. And I'll never forget when one of my homies was like, man, you tripping. I'm like, no, I think I'm actually the bad guy.
I think I'm the villain. Am I the villain? I'm not the villain.
Because I'm like, because it just seems like all these Colossi have been just chilling.
Minding their damn business.
Minding their damn business.
I said the same thing to Demon Engine when he played Monster Hunter.
Yo!
You go after them dragons. Them dragons are sitting there playing with their kids in the park, and y'all run up on them and kill them. Y'all are the villains in that fucking show.
Yo.
We they food. They wander into a village. They just gonna start snacking. They ain't gonna be no peace, no sniffing leaves, no curious. They're just gonna start snacking. So we go out and get them before we get got. That's just how it is. But I will admit, I do bully the fuck out of Odogaron.
Yes, you in particularly are. I don't know if you're a human in Monster Hunter, but you're a horrible being in that fucking game. Okay, those fucking monsters be chilling, minding their business until the hero shows up and eradicates them.
But of course they of course they were talked about their next Forza game, which by the way things are lining up, looks like Gran Turismo and Forza are gonna go head to head as for racing superiority.
Both games look absolutely beautiful.
I just always thought after a while Gran Turismo gets really boring.
I mean, I'm not a fan of racing games because I think they all get boring after a while.
Because, like, to me, Forza always gave you so many different options, like
hundreds of cars
and shitloads of cars and crazy mini games like bowling.
Right, right. Cause I mean, they gotta add that because racing to me, racing games are boring. Like,
well, I mean, conventional racing games, because some racing games are really fun. Like I would love for another Burnout game. But EA is too busy sitting on their ass.
Paradise was my shit.
And I hated the open world, but I still loved the game.
Right.
I hated that open world, but I still loved the game so much.
I actually like the open world.
That's where I became a bully. It started there.
Speak up.
That's where my bullying started. It started there on Burnout Paradise.
You want to tell them how? You want to tell them what you mean by that?
Fucking bully.
Look, it takes a lot
to get the #1 spot. It takes even more to hold it. Wherever you gotta dismantle some clans, make people quit the game, or even sell their console, you gotta get the job done.
So, so we talked about this before, but one thing I want to see in next gen games, primarily racing games, is pink
Yeah.
slips.
Playing
Yes.
for cars.
Playing
Yes.
I think
Bring back
that
Need for
little thing
Speed.
right there would change the racing game.
All you have to do is bring back the original Need for Speed Most Wanted, because you already had to fight the NPCs for their slips, and make that shit online. You
So
actually
many
have it.
unplugged. Yo, it's gonna
Ha-
be so. They gonna have to. They're gonna have to find a way to lock down that
Yeah,
disconnect.
they
yeah,
gonna have to find a way to lock that down, but at the same
yeah.
time, just actually removing, like, you win the race, you get a notification up on your fucking on your screen for whatever system you're using saying small update or small little download. It gets downloaded in the background, and then you have their car, and then that thing is just removed from their garage
Yeah.
entirely.
So
We
it
use that.
would have to be before the race start, right? Because what people gonna do is, if I beat Corey or if I lose to Corey, I'm gonna cut my system off before my freaking car leaves my garage. So before before we agree to race, both cars get uploaded, and the winner get both cars, and the loser loses fucking car. He he he's either back in his
Your
garage,
car is already gonna have to be on the server.
right?
One. So one,
They
your
either
car's
back
already
in
gonna
his
have to be on
garage
server. So they have to
on
have
the
it
road.
basically whoever hits first. The moment you get first is when that shit's in there.
There has to be a escrow something. You know.
Right. But that's what I want. I will come back to racing if that happens.
You know what I don't want? And this is a segue to a trailer that still bothers me. I don't want Vin Diesel on top of a fucking T-Rex.
Art. You talking?
Yo,
When I seen that, like, is that Vin Diesel?
Look, I wasn't interested in playing Ark, the first one. Like, I was just like, this is just Minecraft with prehistoric and dinosaurs and not blocky. Fuck you
Aren't you playing it
mean?
now?
Who?
Demon Ninja?
What?
no.
Are
Are
you
you
playing
playing it
Ark now?
now?
Fuck no.
Hmm.
I
My
played
whole
it once and I realized what it was. It was just Minecraft. Minecraft with dinosaurs. You could get sick, you could get cold, and you could get fucking uh what's that shit called?
Eaton.
Yeah, you get
No,
eaten too.
not eating.
You
The
get eaten
fucking
too.
the shit that dysentery.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My whole thing,
I play Ark. I play Ark. I mean,
I'm just like the last thing we need is family.
I wonder who made that decision to have Vin Diesel come in and do the freaking mocap.
What killed
For
me
that
about it
show.
was his look, the tribal tattoo. I'm like, yo, is this 2001 all over again?
I'm
I
like,
was
what
like,
the hell?
Like,
Even through story times, all
like,
you need is family.
like when I looked at him, all I thought was 2001. Trapped headstrong, headstrong, take you on. Looking ass. Cadillac and dinosaurs looking motherfucker.
I mean, for the people who played Ark or know what Ark is about, I mean, from the trailer, it seems like now you can actually have a family. That's kind of what I got from the trailer because in
But
Ark,
why?
Either
People
that,
who play that game can be massive dicks.
or you can soup up a dinosaur like a Dodge Charger.
Well, you
Both.
can see what you can do
Both.
that now. You can do that now. I mean,
You will
they're
soup
definitely
up
gonna
a
add some stuff.
dinosaur and you can have a family just for your friends to fuck on you. Come blow up
I
his
mean,
house.
I
That's
played.
kid.
I
Yeah.
played with my brother, and he built his house inside the rib cage of this extremely large dinosaur. And yeah, it was. I mean, I still play from time to time. I don't know why they have Vin Diesel. It ain't like Vin Diesel going to be like that.
There's
That
only one
detergent.
Fast and Furious movie left.
Right? But ain't like he could be. Oh, now I gotta get it because Vin Diesel's in the trailer. Like they could have
Yeah.
had anything, anybody for that. Like Vin Diesel. Like, is he gonna be in the game? I mean, what?
I don't know. This shit is mad weird. But you know what's got? We know it's not gonna be weird. We got just about time for a commercial. We the Amerime Junkies. We'll be right back. I can't with this nigga. Velociraptor drift looking ass. Like I come back still roasting.
Like, why? Who made the decision?
I don't know, but you know what game I'm actually really surprised is finally coming out on a console though? Scorn.
That joint gave me nightmare fuel from like a couple years ago when they first debuted it. I'm like, that's something I'm never gonna play.
I thought it would never actually come to a console, but apparently it's nailed in for October, which obviously is a perfect time for it.
Right. Good marketing.
I mean, I'm not even sure if they'll even allow that to be a streamable game. That's graphic.
Yo, y'all haven't seen the Scorn trailer after the podcast. Go watch that because that joint.
Make sure if you have a queasy stomach, don't do it.
No, definitely do it if you got a queasy stomach.
Don't be a bitch.
You the type of
right? Don't be a bitch.
Use the type of nigga to set people up for 2 girls 1 cup reactions, didn't you?
Yes.
Ew.
Yes, I did.
Mm.
It was fun.
You ain't shit. Disgusting.
I'm an agent of chaos, sir. I don't know why. I do it.
Yeah, that's some real Agent of Chaos type shit there.
Yo, Scorn is messed up. I'm like,
Scorn looks like it should end with Pinhead from Hellraiser. Like, now it's time for the game to start.
shout out to Pinhead. That's still one of the scariest movies of all time in my book.
Oh, Hellraiser?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
I'm like, can't argue that, really.
But to my horror gamers, I mean, is this gonna be something that y'all want to pick up? I mean,
I feel like the ones on PC have already played it,
right.
but you never know
I ain't playing it. I know that much.
unless someone
What
pays
if
me to.
so?
Unless someone pays me to.
I was about to say that. So y'all don't know, Demon Engine gets paid to play certain games. So once that joint come out, we're gonna throw a Kickstarter something to make Demon Engine play that joint at night by himself and stream it, of course, for y'all viewing enjoyment.
There's another game that was hinted at. Flintlock Siege of Dawn.
Yo, what's the other one that's compared to Flintlock?
It's gonna be the one that's gonna be on PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
But both have an African American protagonist.
Hey.
So I'm just like, all right,
Game
winning,
shit.
progressive.
But Flintlock looks amazing, and so does the other one that's
The other one that looks like some wild, angry wizarding world.
Yeah, I think that one looks better than Flintlock. But both games look absolutely amazing, and both of them play black women. So I'll be getting both.
I just know that Flintlock has a weird Pokemon companion. It kind of looks like a smaller version of that thing from The Last Guardian.
Yep, yep,
Hey, maybe they're connected. You never know.
that'd be dope. Last Guardian was great. Was a great game.
Oh my
So
goodness.
we talk about the moves that Microsoft did, or you want to say that for last?
No, go ahead. Start. Let's say.
So during the Bethesda Microsoft event, Microsoft was really showing off. So like Corey, if you got an Xbox, you got Game Pass. But most of the games that Bethesda is bringing out is same day.
Day one Game Pass.
Day one Game Pass, and it's a lot.
Huh?
Like me and Dim Engine, we got
Huh?
PlayStations, but
Huh?
like ever since Microsoft bought Bethesda, everybody saying Microsoft ain't nothing. They ain't got no games anyway. Blah blah blah. But this year and by this time next year, they're gonna have a shit ton of games.
And
Day one.
they only gonna cost me $13 plus tax a month, baby.
Day one. Meanwhile, PlayStation with its funky ass is trying to do the same thing, but on a much pricier level.
Yeah, there's now a tier system with PlayStation Plus, and from what I understand, they went back to streaming the games,
Right. Some
and
games.
some of the games are going to be
Yeah.
streaming, which, of course, if you are a streamer, that will be problematic for those. Unfortunate.
Right.
But for the other ones, it'll still be able to download.
Right. And Ubisoft is doing the same thing as Bethesda, and they are releasing their catalog on PlayStation Now, which is their streaming service.
No, it's going to be available on the Xbox as well.
Oh, see. So
Yeah,
even no exclusive.
the Ubisoft one.
But for Game Pass, it only gonna cost you $14 a month to play Assassin's Creed and everything else Ubisoft put out. For PlayStation, it's gonna cost you, I think, $120 a year, or like $60 a month, something like that,
17 a month.
17. God damn.
or 18 a month. It was 17 a month.
God damn. That's
Yeah,
more than Netflix.
So that's their highest tier, and that will unlock all their games from. But the good thing is you get PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 games. So
Oh,
you
you
go back
mean
to-
that backwards compatibility that y'all been fighting for forever?
Yes, ho, yes.
Shut your ass up.
I mean, so I don't know.
I don't know.
Is it worth
It just seems like you're paying extra for shit that I already get.
Is it worth it for y'all who's PlayStation stands? Like, are y'all going to cough up that 18, 17, 18, $20 a month to have access to Sony's full library of games? Or maybe is it time to switch over and get an Xbox for their day one Game Pass? Or like me, get a PC.
And sign up for Xbox on
Right.
PC.
Right.
I have a PC and I still don't play it.
So that way I'm not fully a trader. I'm gonna have both. So I don't know. Is it worth it? Do y'all think it's worth it?
Shit.
But you know, day one is dope.
Oh man, it's just it's all a weird situation when it comes to that shit, man. I don't know. uh, what other game was there? Ah oh, Capcom had a showcase as well.
They did.
Now they announced, of course, Street Fighter 6, or as Demon Engine calls it, which Street Fighter do you call it, sir?
Ain't it like 13 at this point?
In your opinion, sure.
I mean, but ain't it though? Like they keep putting these things out, and they call it like different one, like Street Fighter X, Street Fighter Decius, some bullshit. But then it comes back Street Fighter 4. Like,
Well, because back in the day,
somebody fans calling them.
pardon me, sorry about
I knew
that.
it was you. I knew it was you.
But back in the day,
That's the word.
you couldn't just update or patch out a game, so they would just massively sell the next updated version of it. And motherfuckers was flocking because, I mean, hell, the fighting game community back then was so local but so live.
Yo, so let me tell you real quick. I got a Street Fighter memory. So I think I told the guys. I'm gonna tell y'all. So one day I'm over at my people's house, right? And my people's cousins is over there. And this dude was like number 3 in the world in Street Fighter. So he like, look, I gotta go catch my train, but I'm gonna go 100 straight and then I'm gonna leave. He went 100 straight. He even played with he even played with us like badly. He let us get him down to like no life, and then just absolutely crushed everybody who he played. He went 100 straight, grabbed his jacket, and left out the door. I don't even remember the guy's name.
Damn.
I just sat there stunned, like, holy shit. Like, that's the level of a professional gamer, a professional Street Fighter player.
And back then, there wasn't even that much money in it.
Nope.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, so I don't know. I like Ryu. Ryu got the beard now. Got the beard popping.
Ken looks like he's hit some rough times. Story mode, apparently Ken got divorced. Wife took half his money. I'm like, all right. Looks like there's a story mode that involves actually traveling through the city.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's one thing. It has an open world aspect to it now.
And I'm just like, okay,
open world, so you can fight like randoms, I guess.
It sounds cool, but I'm just like, all right, so what kind of game are y'all motherfuckers trying to make here? I'm like this is a fighting game. Y'all trying to turn it into extra. Y'all have other
2
what?
Across all the different versions.
Oh, this nigga Google
22.
But technically, we're only on 6.
Yeah. But technically, we're only on 6. Just like how, like, Final Fantasy 15 is Final Fantasy 15.
See, when you say Final Fantasy, it sounds really dumb when you say it. Because, like, how do you call something Final Fantasy when there's sequels to it?
The fantasy is never the Final Fantasy. So
it's at this point you're just calling it Japanese never-ending story.
I was about to say the never-ending story. That's exactly what it is now.
Turn around.
The never-ending story. La 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 la.
Sorry, y'all. We're tripping, of course. But
the Capcom showed something else, right? Did they show like a new Monster Hunter?
There are 95 different Final Fantasy games.
Hold on, 95. We're only like 15 over here, right?
Yeah, but that also includes like tactics and all the other stuff.
Wow, I could never.
You got 10, 10, 2, 13, 13, 2. Then wasn't there 13, 3?
Yeah, which by the way, 13 was not good enough to be all that extra shit.
You know
That
what's the
like
fucking
that
funniest part about that? I could never get into Final Fantasy. And it wasn't until 13 that I actually enjoyed playing Final Fantasy.
13 was cool, but I'm just saying 13 too. I'm like, no, what no what nobody.
I
Nah,
do
I'm
that.
good. And Comic Boss had to go to the streets.
Oh, streets.
I belong to the streets.
Mm.
When he comes back, there's definitely something I got to tap on
Alright.
because it's definitely to me it was definitely one of the stronger points from the Xbox Bethesda showcase because I feel like it might have been it was an accidental showstopper because no one knew that was happening and a lot of PlayStation people were mad.
What was it?
Uh, Kojima,
Mm.
because you know how that goes.
Yeah,
How good is it?
Kojima is making a horror game.
Well, he's well. No, they didn't confirm a horror game. They did say there is a game he's going to be making. Now he's already, for the record, he is an independent.
Multiple other outlets confirm it's a horror game called Postal.
Okay, right now the name of it is called Postal.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like never listen until that nigga actually says what the name of the game is. Don't believe the hype.
Oh yeah, I don't believe it's called Postal.
Yeah.
I don't believe it's called Postal.
Yeah, because I'm like that. He will call that shit Postal right now, and next you know he's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, right, Silent Hill Postal." Like that's
Metal Gear Solid Postal.
right. But just for folks to remember, Kojima Productions is its own independent entity. It is not exclusive towards Xbox or PlayStation. That man has been in this game sphere since 1986. He is his own person.
I was
He
3.
has no strings on any of us, and he's earned that right.
Oh, definitely. After that war he went through with Konami.
Yeah, that
No,
was
that joint.
Konami. I'm very curious at what Konami is going to be doing, because
they're making Palinko machines.
Yeah, pachinko machines, and there's still a lot of questions about if everything's going to go through with this remake of Silent Hill. I'm not even sure if it's going to be a remake or a continuation, but we shall see.
Right. Didn't Capcom also bring out like a new Monster Hunter? I believe so.
Yeah, Demon Engine, was that a new Monster Hunter or another expansion?
Expansion.
Okay, because it
No,
seemed
because it's just how it goes. It's Sunbreak. This is an expansion for Rise.
okay. Because I was a bit confused there to see what was what.
Right. Right. All right. Another time for another commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna wrap up this chat about the summer of games. What games we're really looking forward to, what games that we don't care to play, and more. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. All right, all right. Now, one of the bigger highlights from the presentation, definitely got to bring up Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
Now, of course, Resident Evil 4 is still considered actually one of the top 10 best games ever. Not
I don't
like,
argue about that. Yeah.
yeah, can't really argue that. My biggest issue is, can you keep that same energy and quality from back then, or are we going to have a slip and fall moment like they did with Resident Evil 3?
Right. Right.
Yeah, because I got the Resident Evil 3 remake. Gotta admit that was kind of shitty.
Aren't they bringing back like another Resident Evil or making another Resident Evil game?
Of course, they're gonna make another Resident Evil game, but that's not where we. Been no announcements on that.
Okay.
They did announce DLC for Resident Evil Village, and it looks pretty. It looks good and weird, because it's not even you don't even play as Ethan, you play as his daughter.
Oh,
And it's called Shadows of Rose.
that sucks even more then, right?
Well, I don't know, because the story looks like it could be quite interesting. Just got again with Resident Evil, you gotta kind of see where it goes. Like,
Yeah.
um,
Are y'all gonna play it? Cause I know both of y'all play Village.
I might, if the opportunity presents itself, I might. I'm
What
not.
about you, Game Ninja?
Better start. You look. This is what's gonna happen. You're just gonna have to start a Kickstarter for like and have it as a bundle of multiple games, because that's included in the list of games I'm not playing unless I'm fucking paid to.
Now, just bitch.
That's fine.
You just couldn't help yourself, could you?
One game I was actually very hyped to see overall in between the two showcases, believe it or not, Diablo 4.
Yeah.
Diablo
yeah,
4,
with the rise of the necromancer or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Of course, Diablo, great game series. They had a little stumble in the beginning with 3, but eventually it all smoothed itself out real nice. So we're looking forward to part 4. Gameplay looks good.
Gameplay looks amazing.
Can't wait to see it. Of course, the weirdest game trailer out of all the presentations, the weirdest one, Exo Primal.
That game just looked stupid. And I was talking about it before we went to break about games that I'm just not going to play. And Exo Primal is number 1 on that fucking list.
Because it looks like it takes the premise of Demon Engine. What's that Japanese game where you have the robo suit on and you're fighting the bugs? You played it at PAX East.
I know you talk about. I can't think of the name either.
Earth Defense Force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dynasty Warriors.
It looks like Earth Defense Force took some cocaine with Dino Crisis and then stole the suits that no one was using from what was that BioWare game?
Oh, that game that everybody hated. I forgot the correct.
The one that looked like fake Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anthem. There we go. Thank you. It looks like they kind of put that all together to make some weird soup, and I'm gonna pass that bowl to the left.
Dog, like you fight swarms of dinosaurs in the future.
In the future,
You're like Chris said, like you're in the mech, Dynasty Warrior style, and then up, fighting swarms of freaking pterodactyls. This game looks horrible, stupid.
it's just a lot of weird, and not even the good kind of weird. Because don't get me wrong, I like weird, but this is just nah.
I'm like, who greenlit this? and like did they use a focus group to say, yeah, this would be something that everybody would want to play.
I
Or
just have a weird
small
feeling
select group.
that whatever the original idea was for this
It went off
was
the
not
rails.
it.
It went off the rails. I
Yeah.
have an idea. Dinosaurs came back, and we have to put them back in their timeline. Great, but wait, there's more. And then it went off the fucking rails.
And then someone should have said, how about we just do a new Dino Crisis game? And then everyone was just like, that's stupid.
And threw him out the window, and we end up with this crap.
Perfect. I can picture that whole thing.
Yep.
So how
Yep.
about we just make another Dino Crisis game? Yeah. We don't use our good ideas around these parts.
All right, so let me ask y'all, Demon Engine, like, what games are you interested to see, or are you just gonna play Monster Hunter DLC?
Oh, well, I'm actually going to end up getting Monster Hunter Rise on PC
Of course.
because I just don't see myself buying a Pro controller and playing it on my Switch. Just also, I can end up using a PlayStation controller. Look, I've had a Sony controller in my hand for like 20 years. I play every game with it. I just can't help it. But I was just looking at one of them. I'm trying to remember what the name was.
What about Redfall?
Redfall's one. I'm definitely getting Redfall. Quite literally, Black Girl Magic.
Yes.
So I have to get Redfall because of that. But I'm trying to remember the other one.
I'm interested in they ain't show it during the release, but Harry Potter, not Harry
Yeah.
Potter. With that game, the Harry Potter style game from the Wizarding World, please.
Yeah, we
That
get
game
it.
looks amazing. Yeah. Want that Redfall?
I just remember something else.
There's a few of them.
There's something else I'm waiting for. It hasn't been announced, but everyone's waiting for it. Elden Ring DLC.
They're gonna be like, have you
Elden
just
Ring getting DLC
eventually? I'm pretty sure it will be. It
sooner or
wouldn't be
later,
now.
right?
Sooner or later, they gave DLCs for the other ones, and we got motherfuckers on New Game plus 100.
Wow. But I think I'm looking forward to Redfall. I'm very curious. I'm still looking in the Shadow Realm, wondering if we're gonna hear about another BioShock game. I'm definitely looking for that. I'm waiting for Rockstar to get off their ass and be like, yeah, we've almost got Part 6 done, but no.
I don't know. So Rockstar is either going to put out Bully 2 or GTA 6, but it's not going to be for a while. I think I just seen something about that they're putting out GTA 6, but it won't be done till like 2025 or 26.
Them niggas lying.
So, yeah. So
that's when they're
still waiting
projecting
for it,
to
basically.
stop making billions off this one.
Yeah, I mean, until the GTA 5 online well runs dry, which doesn't seem like it's going to happen anytime soon, because they keep releasing free stuff, they keep players interested. Take note, rest of the game industry. Yeah,
They also got to be willing to put up as much money as they did to get the game out.
I don't think Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive will have a problem with that, man.
No, I mean just other gaming developers. I'm not.
Oh, sure.
You gotta remember. You gotta remember. The budget for Grand Theft Auto 5
Was like 4 million.
was no, it was literally 9 digits.
Oh wow.
It was
Wow.
a 9 digit game.
Wow.
But
I mean, like seriously think about how intricate that world is. Think about it. You're loading up a state.
Sheesh.
It's like you play in California.
$268 million was the budget. $268 million.
A lot of companies are not ready to take that much of a financial risk.
But that thing paid off though, because they made
Oh yeah, they made it all back. But a lot of
way
companies are
more.
not afraid to make. It's a
are
big
afraid.
risk.
Yes, it is. It's it, especially if your IP sucks. I mean, GTA is a proven IP. I mean, so that's the difference. Like, who's not going to play GTA? Like, what gamer is not going to play GTA?
That shit gonna die eventually. If we don't get 6 within the next decade, that's just gonna be done.
I mean, we're going to get it next decade. It's going to have to wait
It all
2 to 3 years for it.
it all
If you get it. It might be Bully too.
it all depends, man. But
This
Hey.
shit spanned 3 generations.
right,
And people still playing it. Like, tell the people online, like, yo, stop fucking playing GTA 5 so we can get GTA 6.
I can't with y'all. But
Cause it's the people that's been there forever that's gotten all the money or did the glitches to get all the money, to get all the stuff. And now if you try to start in fresh and new without any type of help, you just asked out and you're just gonna be spending money on if you either get help or spend bank. Spend bank on bank.
horrible. But it is what it is. Video games, y'all. Are we just you clapping?
No, yeah.
About to say we done? We done it.
What was your thoughts on this game these game shows that they showed? Oh, I had a question that I wanted to pose. Like, after all these like Bethesda, Microsoft, Capcom, is there a need for E3? We're not getting E3 this year, but
Well, we're getting it next year.
if these publishers keep going the way that they're going now, is there a need for E3?
The only way E3 gonna make it, I told you they better come out swinging. That's the only way.
I think that E3 is still necessary just because E3 is one of those things where for a moment everybody's side just puts their weapons down and just enjoys video games.
Right.
It's a gaming Switzerland, if you will.
It is.
I doubt that.
It's a gamer's haven.
Because it's just like when we go to PAX East. You never hear a crowd of Xbox people arguing with a crowd of PlayStation people.
Right.
Everyone's just having a good time. At the mixers, we've seen developers on both sides of the line just talking to each other.
I mean, yeah, it's
Of
more.
course they don't hate each other. They can fucking make bank together.
But but at the end of the day, we're supposed to be connecting, not really dividing. That was the overall point I was trying to make. So I think that E3 for now is still a very essential part of it all. So
I mean, I see both because through the pandemic, you see these publishers and developers had to maneuver without E3, so they start holding their own press conferences. And now the summer games, we've seen Microsoft, Bethesda, and Capcom doing it. So I definitely see more publishers going that route. They might say some juicy bits for E3. I
Okay.
definitely seeing like, hey, look what we did. Also, Assassin's Creed had their own little press conference.
Who?
Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft, for Assassin's Creed, like, but just for Assassin's Creed, they had their 25th year anniversary, and they're about to release their last DLC for Valhalla.
Look,
And
don't you speak on the fucking
it's
2K
gonna be free.
RPGs.
It's gonna be
Alright.
free
Oh
for everybody.
wow! This non-assassination game has free DLC. Look at my excitement.
I mean, I agree. From playing the first one to this one, the assassination part of Assassin's Creed is gone. It's gone.
It's
But they
been
said
gone
they're
for the
gonna
last few
announce the new
games.
one soon, and hopefully it's
It's
Assassin's Creed Japan, and we're back to being assassins.
just Assassin's Creed anywhere where there's actual stealth and assassinating. But anyway, I want to thank you folks for listening in today. We really appreciate you, especially to you folks out there. Um, hey YouTube, how you feel? We hope you guys definitely enjoyed it today. We hope you're subscribed. Please feel free to hit that subscribe button, that like button, and pop that bell. We've
Whoa.
actually got a
Hey
new
yo.
video, huh?
Nah, go ahead.
We actually have a new video up as well from one of our convention trips. Please feel free to check that out. And for you guys listening to us, hey, thanks for listening. Wherever you're listening to this podcast, want to make sure you tune in every chance you get. We appreciate you. Make sure you download and please tell us what you think. We do check out the comment section
We
regularly.
definitely do. Yes.
So please take care of yourself. Ready to sign off, Demon?
Bye.
Biggest
See you
bounce.
next time.
Holla at me on Instagram, yo, or Twitter, or Facebook, or YouTube, because I do read the comments and I do respond back to all of them. So if you want to chat, if you want to tell me how much Solid Truth suck, or you want to tell me how much you willing to pay Demon Engine to play some games with no shirt
Hit
on,
up my
hit
Cash App
me up
if you
and
want me to
the
stream.
deal.
Make sure
I
you
will
guys are
stream a horror
following.
game if you hit up my Cash App.
I will put Demon Engine in a GIMP costume.
No, the fuck you won't.
You gonna put it on?
No, the fuck I'm not.
Everybody, make sure you're following us at Amerime Media. That's AMERIMEMEDIA. That's across all platforms: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, yada yada yada. Please take care of yourselves and each other. Be well.
Bye.
Hi, everybody. This is Corey Salted True Floyd for Amerime Media, and I hope you enjoyed this podcast video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to check out our other videos right over here. You have a good one. See you around.